495 kilometers. The distance actor Graham Wardle and drug interventionist Bhatti cycled for 4 days from Port Hardy to Victoria.
Yeah, it's a little wet.
Biking in absurd storms and relentless high winds.
Here, from Port Hardy to Campbell River, there's a lot of hills and wind.
My legs are so sore. I've learned about new muscles that I never knew existed.
My lungs are hurting, but I'll be okay.
It was a difficult journey, but Andy sees their tiresome effort as a short-term pain for a long-term gain. They are cycling to raise awareness about sexual abuse and hope to encourage the government to change laws to support victims.
Right now, the current laws are 20 hours with the Crime Victims Assistance Program. We're hoping to have the government up the hours so people can get more therapy and heal. If you look at the big picture, if you cover people for more hours of therapy, there's a better chance of less relapse or addiction. Or even if the people can go to the government and say, you know what, I'm a survivor of sexual abuse, I need help, I haven't told the police, but I want to talk to a therapist, and then maybe that will lead into them telling the police and having more convictions.
Abusers convicted of sexual abuse and are court-ordered to compensate the victims do not face repercussions if they don't pay, something Andy is also strongly advocating to change.
If you have laws, if you have rules, but there's no enforcement, if there's no actual punishment, there's no consequence, a severe consequence for those actions, then yeah, it becomes a slap on the wrist. It becomes something that we just don't talk about.
Andy was once voiceless. He was sexually abused from the age of 8 to 14.
By the time I was 15 years old, I was a heroin addict until I was 27. Because I couldn't deal with the pain from the sexual abuse, so I tried to block it with drugs and alcohol.
And that's what Andy has discovered the majority of survivors do, find harmful ways to escape the trauma. Andy feels fortunate to have found the support he needed to turn his life around, and now is using his experiences and passion to support others in their struggle. In 2002, Andy began his campaign to raise awareness and educate others about sexual abuse. This ride across Vancouver Island is his way to raise funds for Sophies Place, a resource center in Vancouver for victims.
People have been very supportive, and a lot of people have also, in their own way, kind of shared their connection to the cause. Whether it be a personal connection or someone in their family or a friend, it affects a lot of people, and the more people you talk to about it, the more you realize this is a very, unfortunately, common thing in our society.
It's affected my family and people very close to me, and what you're doing is for a great cause.
And it's really boils down to just prevention, because then we can live in a healthy world where people talk about this. We know, we understand boundaries, we respect each other, and we know what is abuse and what's not abuse. I think that's what it is we don't talk about it, so we don't know. And so if someone is abused, they're like, I don't know if that was wrong. I think this person's my coach, this person's my relative. I don't know if this is wrong. I thought they loved me. So when we can have a conversation, when we can educate people about where the line is, where your rights are, what's abuse and what's not abuse, then people can go, oh yeah, that's not right. I'm gonna stand up, talk to my teacher, talk to my parent, talk to someone who can help me.
If people don't talk about it, nothing's gonna happen.
Andy hopes the ride will get the dialogue rolling. For any survivors suffering from abuse, or if you feel you are being sexually abused, there are local support services out there.
If you don't know where to go, you can contact me, andybhatti.com, or you can go to my intervention webpage, Andy Bhatti Interventions and Addiction Services, or you can go to our other page, SupportingSurvivors.ca.
For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Rayanne the Plant.